So if we were to say season two, right, season of execution, season three, how would you define season three if a company really comes in and starts to execute well?
Yeah, so once they lay that foundation of consistent execution, and it really helps. So maybe someone has that operational integrator mindset, and they can figure this all out for themselves. That's awesome. I find that most of us need a system like EOS or something else like that to just to help us and provide some, a framework that we can follow. And after that framework is established and we're running in it a little bit, what we start to realize is that we've got more momentum. Even got some of our time back because now we're handing off the right things to the right people. We're beginning to get the right people in the right seats. And so the business is starting to grow. And the companies that came to me wanting one-on-one leadership coaching for them, for the CEO or for a different key leader in the company, they wanted that because they were growing and they felt like an obligation to steward this growth. It's like, I don't want to screw this up. And no one trained me how to lead. Now all of a sudden, like I was good at a thing. Maybe I was good at the selling, or I was good at the designing, or I was good at the marketing, or I was good at the engineering. But now I have to make 25 people good. And that's not, no one showed me how to do that. So those are the types of people that were coming to me saying, how do I make them better? I'm a high performer. I need them to be high performers. And maybe I have some horses, but they need some guidance. They need some coaching, and I don't have the time to do it myself. So, really, that third season is about empowering our people and helping them level up. Because you can have an operating system for the business, but we also have these operating systems up in our heads. And some of it needs to be unlearned because some of us have a real tough time letting go of things. And some of us have a real tough time of giving away, empowering, and trusting without taking back the moment someone struggles. And so there's some unlearning our own operating system between our ears that's required in the third season of a business scaling.
So Aaron, I feel like we've run into this with clients. So when you and I do a fantastic job of generating qualified leads, what happens is the business starts to go into that like scale place where they're growing. We worked with a company this year and last year they grew over 200% in 1 year, right? That kind of scale puts a lot of pressure on the operations of a business. And it quickly goes beyond whoever we're working with, right? They got to hire salespeople, people to run and provide, the operations and provide the services or the products. They're forced to go beyond themselves, well beyond themselves. Even if it's an organization that's been around a long time, they need more. They need a team that can go be empowered. And we actually find, I'd say, Aaron, I think that's one of the biggest challenges of actually being successful with marketing and sales.
Yeah.
Is that we're like, whoa, are you ready? Are you sure, client? Are you really ready? you know?
Yeah. Alex,
What,
I couldn't
what do you think?
I couldn't agree more. Caleb, what we find is that we, often, especially when Alex and I are working together, and we're working the entire holistic journey of that client and through the paid channel, and then supporting the follow up and all of that good stuff, and optimizing the profitability of that system. And we work very hard and diligently towards that goal of producing profitable results, and then maximizing that to a level of a certain starting spend.
Yeah.
And then we'll go to the client and we'll say, look, we're at 10%, 8% of the potential spend in the market, in this channel, and we're profitable.
Mm.
In keeping in count even the internal costs of the company to deliver on that business. So and they're profitable. So now what do we do? We're advising them to spend more so they can make more profit.
Right.
But then the challenge becomes they're not used to growing quickly in an organized fashion.
Yeah.
Because now they've got to because we're going to start to grow the lead volume. They're going to have sales people added on,
Yeah.
that need to be trained and quickly and to take that volume. So the money is there. It's just the mindset from the top has to be of the mind that if I continue to spend more and more, I'm going to make a lot more, but I have to support the infrastructure properly and put the right people, as you said, Caleb, in the right seats and quickly enough, and learn to delegate more and let go, but put the right systems in place of accountability. Caleb, I'm sure you could talk a lot about this.
Yeah, yeah. How does that work, Caleb? Like,
That's
how do
exactly
you
right,
find
guys.
that you're able to help people in that with that pain point?
Well, there's a real key factor here that a lot of us overlook or underestimate, and that's humility. Because there requires humility in season 2 to be willing to operate a little bit differently. And in season 3, it requires some humility because my identity is in question. It's no longer about me being the hero. I have to empower my team to be the heroes. I have to empower someone else to make the sale. I have to empower someone else to lead the meeting. I have to empower someone else to take over this thing. And that's hard for some of us. There's an identity shift that's required. I was just watching the Colorado Buffaloes, and Deion Sanders, from a sports perspective, has done this. And so few of the greatest athletes are become great coaches. So few. You could say Karch Karai has done it. Deion Sanders has done it. You could even maybe say like a Steve Kerr. He won championships, and now he's winning championships as a coach. But it requires an identity shift. And Deion Sanders said this. He said he's praising his guy Travis Hunter and saying this guy should be the Heisman. This guy is incredible. It's about this guy. It's not about me anymore, because someone asked him, is he as good as you were? He goes, that's a dumb question. I'm the coach. I'm the boxing coach in the corner making this guy successful. And so it was so clear. He embraced a new identity as coach. And that's what it requires. You can't be the guy or be the woman anymore. You have to embrace the identity as coach, helping them be successful. And the companies that scale get this part right.
Yeah, and it's from a psychological perspective, you got me thinking this is not you making that transformation from you being the hero to the employees being the heroes. It's you have to divorce your ego from it and not look at it like this is ego death
Right.
for me.
Right.